Live from downtown Bakersfield, 23 ABC News starts now.
Concerns surrounding a very distressing YouTube video will show you how a man was allegedly rehearsing a mass shooting plot.
It's easy to handle all of your holiday shopping online, but do you know what to look out for to protect your identity? We've got some tips on what to be aware of.
Good morning and thanks for joining us for 23 ABC News at 5 a.m. on this Monday. I'm Danielle Kernkamp.
And I'm Melissa Flores. We're going to check in now with Chief Meteorologist Elena Rusk. It was a very active week last week, a very active weekend. I mean, what's next?
So we're calming down.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a system trying to slide through on Wednesday. It's out of reach for us. And then another one trying to come this weekend. We're not very confident in it yet. So if you're like, I need some sunshine.
Yes.
I need to calm down a little.
Yeah.
Today's your day.
Oh, good.
Yeah. And pretty seasonal out there. You can see we have a dense fog advisory for the heart of the valley. And as we talk about the current fog, you can see our roof camera this morning is turning quite gray. Now, visibility is okay if you're driving, but see how that gray shading back to our map is starting to come down into Bakersfield? It's 0 in Delano. That means less than a quarter mile of visibility up there, but in McFarland, it's fine. So that's why some areas have really dense fog and some areas are clear. That's what we mean when we say patchy. There's also low cloud cover up in the mountains that's acting like fog. You see here on our radar and satellite imagery where it's cleared out in the valley, so the fog is forming, but the clouds up in the mountains are just hanging out, making it kind of gray. You're at 27, the top of Breckenridge and Fraser Park right now. Whew, that is cold. And you see a dry weather pattern starting to take over. That leaves us another chance of fog tonight and tomorrow as well. And high, thin passing clouds, no rain today. Seasonal temperatures. We're going to spend much of the day in the 50s here in the heart of Bakersfield. As we take a look at the roadways showing you where there is traffic and fog, all of our passes are moving along in the green. But if you travel north of Delano, that visibility is getting lower.
A settlement has been offered to victims of recent California wildfires. Pacific Gas and Electric has agreed to pay $13.5 billion to those affected by the Camp Fire, the Tubbs Fire, the Butte Fire, and the Ghost Ship Fire. The utility's transmission equipment has repeatedly been blamed for sparking fires. This settlement is the result of 2 years of intense talks, and some families aren't happy because half of the payout is set to be distributed in company stock.
But our work really begins at this point in time, because now we have to go to work to make sure that this money that's going into trust gets into all of your pockets in the right amount, full and fair settlement in the shortest period of time. And from this point forward, we are going to be working day in and day out to accomplish that task.
PG&E recently filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection, but is attempting to stay financially viable.
Video posted online shows a simulated sniper attack from a downtown San Diego hotel.
Investigators now say the man believed to be behind the video may have been planning something very real, and he's now under arrest. Matt Boone reports.
This was the first video posted to YouTube on September 17th.
What do you do with this? What?
After loading the gun, he goes up to the window facing the street below and aims.
Look at that. Jams. Boom. Shoots nothing. Ah, yes.
The suspect can't be seen directly in the videos, but police have identified him as 30-year-old Steve Homoki. A day after posting the first video, police say he posted another. In the search warrant, authorities say a tip came to the FBI's website on November 30th from an anonymous person who knew Homoki online as his alias Steven Anderson. The tipster said Homoki had, quote, gone off the deep end and suspected if he was, quote, confronted while at home, he will open fire on federal agents or police.
What's this? What's this? Why do we operate?
Once they started looking into it, police discovered Homoki had 14 registered firearms. And from the video, they say at least one of the rifles had been illegally modified. Police staked out his home in Spring Valley before arresting him and seizing his weapons Thursday, not wanting to take any chances that the rehearsal videos could become reality.
Neighbors say Homoki lives with a wife and kids, but they stay to themselves. Homoki's scheduled to be arraigned in court today. He's facing multiple felony assault weapons charges, possession of a high-capacity magazine, and child endangerment.
National Football League players Demario Davis and Josh Norman will advocate for social justice at Bakersfield College's first Dear America, a Social Justice Conversation Conference. Davis and Norman are the players who helped pay the bail of Jose Bello, a local immigrant rights advocate and BC student, after Bello was detained a second time just 36 hours after reciting his poem Dear America at Kern's Second Truth Act Forum. The conference is happening tomorrow at BC at 8 a.m.
And today, the city of Delano has a chance to sit down and discuss safety with the Delano Police Department. The gathering is being held at the Jefferson Center in Delano. It will run from 5:30 to 6:30 p.m. The purpose is to give the community the chance to voice their concerns, ask any questions, or make comments about topics like crime, public safety, or police operations with the Delano PD. The event is free and it's open to the public.
Today you can fill your stomachs with a sub, all while helping the Kern County Armed Forces Support Foundation. The Jersey Mike's location on Stockdale Highway is teaming up with the foundation for a veterans fundraiser. From 10 a.m. to 7 p.m., 20% of all sales at Jersey Mike's will be donated to the foundation. The Armed Forces Support Foundation was established in 2015 and works to help veterans here in Kern County. And Bakersfield College will also be honoring veterans tomorrow. A ribbon cutting ceremony will unveil the Vernon Valenzuela Veterans Resource Center. The ceremony will start at 11 o'clock tomorrow morning with a formal presentation of colors, followed by a flyover by Kern County Fire's helicopter. The center is named in honor of the late Vernon Valenzuela, a Vietnam combat veteran and Purple Heart recipient, as well as a former Bakersfield College student. Valenzuela dedicated his life to service to others, and as he said himself, quote, "Serving your country has no discharge date."
The city of Bakersfield is inviting the public once again to provide their feedback and learn more about the development of a new homeless shelter. The new homeless shelter is said to serve the needs of the local homeless population here in Bakersfield. The city's been working to address concerns raised by locals through a number of new programs, like the construction of a new low-barrier homeless shelter. The open discussion will be held tomorrow at 6 p.m. at the Jerusalem Church that's located at 924 Cottonwood Road. If you missed tomorrow night's event, another will be happening next Monday.
Congratulations are in order for a local high school who took the top spot for the annual We the People competition. Nearly 200 local high school students put their knowledge of the U.S. Constitution to the test during the annual We the People congressional hearings competition. The regional competition consisted of 10 Kern County high school teams competing for a chance to win either the 21st or 23rd congressional district title. Arvin High School won the 21st congressional district trophy, and Centennial was victorious in the 23rd district, as well as taking the top spot overall region champion. Congratulations to both Arvin and Centennial for their success.
If you're tackling most of your shopping online for the holidays, we have a few tips for you. According to AAA, Southern California's high rate of identity theft crimes compared to the rest of the U.S. means that holiday shoppers need to be especially cautious. The Federal Trade Commission says that California has the largest number of reported identity theft incidents and the third highest rate of identity theft crime per capita. AAA says in order to protect your personal information over the holidays, stick to familiar websites, beware of fake gift cards offered through websites or third parties, be wary of who you accept an e-card from, and if you donate during the holidays, be sure the charity you're donating to is legitimate. And of course, keep your smartphone in a secure place at all times.
In this week's Kern Back in Business, Staples Energy is hiring right here in Bakersfield. The company helps reduce energy bills for low-income families, and they're looking to add to their team. Staples Energy says they want to hire employees who stand behind their core values and put the customer first. You can tune in at 6:45 this morning for more information on their values and the interview process. And we're going to be streaming our 6:30 half hour on our Facebook page and on turn23.com.
All right, so let's talk about the weather out there. After we get nice rain to clear out the air quality is fantastic. It's at 46 in the good range for today. And there's no restrictions, but burning is discouraged because we want to hold on to this good air while we have it, right? We're pushing the last of yesterday's moisture out of the way. There's still been a lot of cloud cover overnight, so we haven't had widespread dense fog, but we do have patches of dense fog that are forming. So you see as we push those clouds up into the mountains, it's in the 20s and 30s for many locations, 40 in Keene where they've had some thick fog this morning and low clouds acting like fog from many mountain locations. Up in Delano, where it's clear, they were our first to see the fog forming, and we're seeing patches of it, especially near any wet soil. As the winds calm down, those skies clear, and it sets us up with that recipe. So there's a dense fog advisory in effect this morning. Then later this afternoon, 58. That's right on track for average. And there are high thin passing clouds today, even into tonight, as we drop to 44 for our morning low heading into tomorrow. Another chance of dense fog. And then tomorrow afternoon, 60. Still seasonal, still passing clouds, but no rain out there for the work week ahead. This weekend, a little different. I'll show you that in our extended forecast coming up.